Hi, it's Mrs. Simpson, and I'm going to be talking you through creating APA reference page entries using Google Docs. If you haven't used it in a while, I do think the algorithm has improved quite a bit. Google's doing a better and better job each time of going back through the URL original source and pulling out all of the correct information to create your reference page entry. That being said, remember, it's a computer algorithm and it's not a person, and it's doing the best it can to read that page effectively, but it may read it incorrectly. It may miss key information. That's where it's going to be important for you to be the one to go back to those sources and really look them over to ensure that you have given proper credit and done your entry correctly. All right, so that being said, let's go ahead and begin. Now, I'll say that for the particular topic I did for this assignment, Inventions That Changed the World, I didn't find a lot of sources that were super complicated, like journals published online or even articles that didn't have authors. All of mine had authors. It was all pretty straightforward. So if you're finding that you are finding entries that are going to be a little bit more complicated, maybe check out some of my other APA reference page videos to see some of those exceptions to the rule, or, ask a friend, ask an instructor to help you. I'm going to talk you through just 3 of them today. All right, so if you scroll down and you're using the materials that I've used with my own classes, you're having a document that looks like this that says references page. And the first thing I ask you to do is to go back into your rough draft documents and copy and paste all the URLs of the sources that you cited in your paper. Once you've got that done, it'll look like this. It's a step that I did before I started recording, just so you wouldn't have to watch me copy and paste. Now, I'm not going to do all of these today. I'm just going to show you 3, just enough to give you a feel for the process. So the first thing I like to do is go ahead and I open the URL. And this is an article from the Smithsonian. And this is the URL. This is actually the article. And before I even begin, I kind of like to look it over and see if there's information that I know the algorithm should pick up. Like, I know Smithsonian Magazine's the publisher. I know that this is the title here, A Brief History of the Crockpot. I know that there's an author, Michelle Delgado. I know that the date of publication is November the 26th, 2019. So if any of that's missing, I will have to put it in manually, but hopefully it'll do the job for me. All right, let's get back into our Google Doc. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to Tools, and I'm going to scroll down to Citations. And you can see that a sidebar pops up over here. And it usually will auto-populate with MLA 8th edition, but for the paper that I'm showing you, it was expected that this would be formatted using APA. So I'm going to click the drop-down menu and choose APA 7th edition. All right, now that I've done that, I'm ready to start adding sources. So I'm going to click Add Citation Source, and the source type is a website on a website, and I'm going to search using the URL. And I'm just going to go ahead and copy this, Command C, go over here to search with URL, Command V, and I'm going to hit search. And with any luck, it'll have everything. Oh, this may be my lucky day. All right, so the title, A Brief History of the Crockpot. I'm going to go back, compare it against that page I'd already pulled up. Yep, that was the title. The website, Smithsonian Magazine. Yep, that's it. Next, the URL, which I know was right, I just put that in. The date of publication, let's make sure it matches. Yep, November 26, 2019, looks good. The date that I accessed it, this is actually the date that I'm making this video, August 13th, 2024. And the author, Michelle Delgado. Let me just confirm that's her. Yep, that's her name. So this time the algorithm did a fantastic job and it pulled everything I needed. Makes my life easy. I'm going to hit continue and I'm going to hit add citation source. Now, I do not want to hit insert references until I'm all done with all of them. Otherwise, you're going to end up with a bunch of duplicates. It's going to be complicated. So look, my first source is done. All right, let's do another one. Add citation source. And let's go ahead and I'm going to do the second article. I'm just going to kind of go down my list. Once again, it's a website, accessed by a website. I'm going to search using this URL. Command C, Command V. Search. Okay, so it looks like it pulled everything, but I'm an untrusting person. So I'm actually going to go up and I'm just going to go ahead and copy and paste that URL so I can look at this article for myself. So once again, let's make sure that I kind of know what I'm looking for. All right, so my publisher, the website's Mental Floss, and the title of the article, A Brief History of the Crockpot on its 50th Anniversary. The author, Ashley M. Biggers, and the date of publication, November 5th, 2021. I just like to familiarize myself just in case something looks funny when I'm working on this. So let's go back and compare. A Brief History of the Crockpot on its 50th Anniversary. Yep, that's the same. Website, Mental Floss. The URL I know is the same. Yep, the date published, it pulled it correctly, November 5th, 2021. Today's date, the date I accessed it, and Ashley M. Biggers is the author. All right, everything looks good again. So once in a while, like the gods of Mount Olympus will smile on you and you won't have to add anything. Hit continue and add citation source. Once again, don't hit insert references yet. If you hit insert references every time you add a citation source, you will end up with duplicates and it'll be a big pain. All right, let's do another one. Let's just go to this third one. I'm going to go to add citation source. I'm just going to do one more here. And once again, it's a website. And I'm going to go ahead and copy, Command C, search with URL, Command V, paste, search. Man, I think I got 3 for 3. I never get this lucky. So once again, I'm going to double check it against the actual article and make sure that everything looks correct. So I'm going to go over here. I'm just going to paste that URL into my search bar and have a look. All right, so Tablet's my publisher. Meet the Jewish Inventor of the Slow Cooker by Marjorie Engel, August 2nd, 2017. All right, let's compare it against what the algorithm pulled, make sure they did a good job. Yep, Meet the Jewish Inventor of the Slow Cooker. Website title, Tablet Magazine. URL. The date's correct. Today's date's correct. The author's correct. Continue. All right, add citation source. So let's pretend that I've gone down this entire list and I'm completely done. Like all of these sources, this is all I'm going to have. Here's what it looks like. I would go to insert references. And at which point it just kind of like plopped it wherever my cursor was. But what you can do is delete everything else that you don't need and make sure that you've gone to an academic font like 12 point Times New Roman and you're going to be in great shape. So that was a really fast tutorial without a lot of hiccups or bumps in the road. And hopefully that's how it goes for you. But if you do hit something more complex, check out some of my other videos about APA citations to see more of those exceptions to the rule.